Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. We're about to head to McDermott Park to take on St Johnstone. It's been a tough venue in the past for us, but St Johnstone 1 win, 1 draw and 2 losses so far in the league, only on 4 points after 4 games. We're obviously top of the table, 3 wins from 3. So in good form here, hopefully going to get some points. I mean, we've beaten them 9 times, we've got 2 draws and they've beaten us 3 times, but 3 losses is, that's quite a significant number up against another team in the league other than Celtic, of course. So St Johnstone, a bit of a stretch to call them a bogey team, I suppose, but they've beat us a couple of times, so we do need to be on our toes here. I'm going to clear the selection after I'm going to get rid of Ollie Cook first and foremost. I'm going to clear the selection just after that cup game against Queen of the South so we can have a fresh look at it. It will be Ian Fulton to start in between the posts. At right back it will of course be Sam Byram coming in. Then it will be Ivanildo Fernandez and Murray Wallace sharing the centre back duty. Murray Wallace wanted by Cardiff now. He's valued at 10 million now, Murray Wallace. Borthwick Jackson at left back. In the middle, Barjonas and Cataldi are going to continue together. Harsh on McGinn, but Barjonas and Cataldi are doing very well at the moment. O'Halloran on the right wing. In the middle, Liam Henderson. Akram Afif coming up. Sead Haksabanovic coming off the left hand side. And it will be Odsonne Edouard up top with the bench looking like this. Fodringham, Andy Gilmore, Jordan Houston, we'll talk about his unhappy thing in a minute. Dimitri Mitchell, John McGinn, Tim Gallagher and Zach Rudden, would you believe? Now Jordan Houston's unhappy thing is that he wants a new contract, and we have agreed terms on a new 5-year deal for Jordan Houston. So he'll be signing that any day now, and that will take him up to 25 years of age. So he'll continue his growth here at Rangers for many, many years to come. So we're delighted about that one. That's all his unhappiness sort of tag there is all about, his that little icon. So we're not worried about that at all. We have agreed that contract with him. 4-4-1-1 from St Johnstone, whose team is relatively unchanged actually from what we've seen in the past. Skuggle's still here, Kotongo's still here. Of course, he's not actually a real St Johnstone player unless they've picked him up without me realising, but they've had him for a number of seasons here. Shaughnessy still at the back, Xander Clark too. Calvin Miller here though, is he permanent? He is permanent. Calvin Miller in from Celtic, that's a good bit of business for them. Mackay Stephen is on loan from Aberdeen. So they've got some decent players, and that Claudio's banged in a couple against us before, so we do have to be careful. However, passionate, we've been on a good run lately, just go out and continue that run just now. There's no point in changing anything at the moment, everything's working, just a simple encouragement. Lovely little spin there by Grimes in the midfield for them. It's an early corner for St Johnstone, whipped in, Shaughnessy in far too much space. And Joe Shaughnessy has actually given St Johnstone the early lead. From the corner, very poor marking from ourselves. And there's 1-0 St Johnstone, and all of a sudden we have to fight. Let's see what the squad's made of. In seasons gone by, I would say we would fold and get clobbered, but here we go. Let's see if we can get back into this. Ian Fulton kicking long towards big target man Odsonne Edouard. Does not win the header though. Danny Wilson down to Murdoch. Back to the goal scorer. And Wilson. Murdoch. And they're playing pretty well there, St Johnstone. Nice football. Back to Xander Clark now. Odsonne Edouard not choosing to charge him down. Long ball. Oof, Claudio almost gets in, but Fernandez clears up for Murray Wallace. Borthwick Jackson. Bit of a hit and hope, but Wilson's ball picked up by Barjonas. So let's get something going now. Henderson moves it to O'Halloran. Is there an overlap from Byram? There is. Goes back the way though. Barjonas. Oh, lovely ball for Cataldi. Can he slip an Odsonne Edouard? Of course he can. Can he finish? Of course he can. Excellent. Telling it to push forward some more. A great finish, Odsonne Edouard. And Cataldi once again threading the ball through. Wonder how many assists that boy has already. And we're bossing the game now. Hopefully it's only a matter of time before we actually take the lead here. We gave St Johnstone that wee head start, but we're now back level of course. Borthwick Jackson, Henderson, let's move it quickly. Barjonas, Henderson, go on, use the left. Nah, doesn't use Borthwick Jackson. Cataldi moves it quickly. It's not a good pass this time for once from Cataldi. Claudio picks her up. Come on, Fernandez, get stuck in on him. Right, play it through. Breaks to Murdoch. Fernandez is way out of position, but he does win it back once again, plays it to Edward, and we have a huge chance to break forward. On the right hand side there's men over, but Edward gives it away. Xander Clark can look for Claudio. Fernandez away again. Mackay Stevens recovering it. Cataldi wins it back. Fernandez will be wondering how many times he has to recover the ball for us. O'Halloran go on, find the cross. He's got about 4 players lagging behind him. Odson Edwards' header though is poor this time. Come on, get me out before half time. Are we going to go in level? Fear we might. Xander Clark pings it forward. I fear it might get worse than level. Claudio takes it down. Oh, Henderson, lovely play. Yeah, that's a great out ball for Odson Edward. Cataldi. Nice ball. Haksabanovic still has to prove himself in a Rangers shirt for me. Edward back to Haksabanovic. Into the middle. Somehow bounced away. Claudio now. Fernandez though wins it back. Oof, and it goes to Skugel though in the end. St Johnstone looking to take the lead. Oh, Murray Wallace flies in, gets beaten. Murdoch finds Claudio. Deary me. And Claudio just about puts it over the bar. Just about puts it over the fence, pardon me. Well wide from Claudio. It is half time and unfortunately still 1-1 St Johnstone, as I suspected they might, given us a game. No, I'm not pleased with that, guys. After what we've seen in recent weeks, that's not very good. I'm going to go to Jordan Houston because Byram's been poor. And I didn't actually put a thief on the bench, so I'm actually going to turn to Dimitri Mitchell, who, by the way, if you're interested in following things in real life, Dimitri Mitchell has just moved on loan to Hearts from Manchester United in real life. So I'll be having a wee look at how our boy gets on in reality. A couple of poor performances out there today. Liam Henderson, Borthwick Jackson as well. Obviously Byram and Haksabanovic too. An hour's past now. I'm going to take a punt. I'm going to put Tim Gallagher in there. Come on, young man. 15 shots now with 11 on target, yet nothing to show for it in the second half. It's a bit difficult to believe. With 10 minutes left to go, we're not seeming to produce anything here. Telling to push forward. I'm not going to go too crazy and go gung-ho or anything like that. Last time we needed to get caught and end up losing. A draw is still okay at the moment. Keeps an unbeaten run going. Oh, here we go. There is going to be some action. Don't know if you guys can hear that outside there. Some sort of quad bike or something. Mackay Steven to Kotongo. Take it from him. Good man, Houston. Go on, earn that new contract. For Jonas Gallagher, let's nick it. Go on, young man. Bailed out. Cataldi, rattle it. Oh, yes. Go on. Danilo Cataldi. What more can I say about him? Let's just go defensive on most fronts now. Surely the winning goal. And yeah, you'd like to think that that will be the winning goal. Oh, come on. Well, something's going to happen. Quatongo to Holt, and Murdoch didn't even have time to make the tactical changes there before kick-off. Fired towards Mackay Steven. Oh, who beats Jordan Houston? Fernandez doesn't gamble. It's whipped in. It's Quatongo. It's away by Murray Wallace. Good man. Picked up though by Shaughnessy. Murdoch fires it long to Witherspoon. Touch. Borthwick Jackson's no tight enough. Ball goes across. Huge opportunity. Grimes equalises immediately after we think we've won the game in the 90th minute. There goes St Johnstone, and now we are going to go gung-ho because now I feel like we're kind of get screwed a wee bit there. We're trying to make our tactical changes. We don't even get to make our tactical changes. I suppose you could argue in real life managers don't always have time to make the tactical changes before they concede, but that's a bit brutal for me, that one. Push forward. I don't think we're going to get it now. It's going to be 2-2 in the end, and let's let something from seasons past that. That's a wee flashback to previous seasons. And we're not going to have time now, I don't think, for another. Gallagher, Edward just gives it to Calvin Miller, hits it long. It's probably time up. Holt coming forward. I kind of want it to be time up now. Mitchell nicks it. Cataldi, Wallace. It's going to be time up any minute. It is time up. And it's ended 2-2. And we're going to have to put them on blast for that performance. I mean, looking in particular, Borthwick Jackson, where was he? Where were any of the defenders in all honesty? It's a really, really poor showing. I mean, there you go. Daniel Cataldi, 90 minutes. Matt Grimes, 90 minutes. What was the exact time? I want to know on that one. Why can I not see it? Match report, perhaps? No. View match, there we go. We'll get the exact times here. 90 plus 1 and 90 plus 2. I mean, shocking complacency. Oh well, I suppose we move on. Those kind of results are going to happen. Hibs go to Celtic just now in 10th place. Will they manage to grab it? Likely, but you never know. We can hope. Nope, 2-0 to Celtic, and they are now just the 1 point behind us. That is really disappointing. Well, at least we can see how the youngsters got on. Robbie McCrory playing okay for Partick in their loss to Motherwell. Ditto for Marco Milanese. Dominic Lydon doing well for Peterhead. Bednarchuk playing 90 minutes for Falkirk at least, but not doing well in their loss to Kilmarnock. Gordon Payton doing well in Alloa's win over Arbroath. David Bates doing okay for 22 minutes in Ayr's win over Hamilton. Dapo Mbidi not doing well in Hamilton's loss against Ayr. Adam Muirhead doing well for Stranraer in their 1-0 win over Brechin. David Fopala not doing well in Livingston's 2-0 loss to Dunfermline. Danny Finlayson not doing well in Morton's 2-1 win over Inverness. Ryan Hardy not doing particularly well in St Mirren's 2-0 loss against Queen of the South. But Ross McCrory doing very well in Ross County's 4-1 win over Raith. Right, now it's a big one. You really didn't want to be coming into this game having blown a lead in the last minute. But that's what's facing us. Wednesday, the big boys from Italy come to Ibrox. And we'll see what we can do. It should be a sellout, one would imagine. We're kind of fail at the back though at the start of the season, which concerns me. I mean, looking at goals conceded here in the table, goals for, we've got 15. Hamilton are the next best with 10. The next best is Falkirk with 13. Goals against though 8. And you have to go away down to 7th before any other teams conceded more than 8. So we're conceding quite a few goals actually. It's our strike force that's actually getting us through at the moment. Milan actually have the same record as us, 1 draw and 2 victories. Well, actually, we have 1 more victory there, but you know they've won all their games apart from 1 slip up, which was a draw, and we are of course the same. Danilo Cataldi is going to have a chance to prove his quality against a side that he used to play against regularly. He perhaps didn't hurt them enough when he was playing for the likes of Lazio and Benevento in Italy, but maybe he can hurt them now at Ibrox. Listen, this is the game where if we're going to have any chance, we need to win this game, because it's very possible that Milan could beat Dortmund. I don't see us laying a glove on Dortmund. Milan might even get something against Real Madrid. I don't see us even remaining dignified against Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid will just obliterate us home and away. So we really need to go beat Milan today. But it's still going to be tough. Let's not be under any illusions. We go into this game as decided underdogs. Morelos is not ready, nor is Cardoso. Afif definitely coming back in. Tim Gallagher's not going to be on the bench for this one. This is a wee bit outside his comfort zone. Afif back in, thankfully. Nobody else, unless we go with John McGinn coming in for Barjonas, but then we've got 2 box-to-box. In fact, we'll just bring McGinn in and we'll leave him as a deep-lying playmaker. We'll keep everything the same apart from the fact, obviously, that he's coming in. So it will be Fulton, Byram, Fernandez, Wallace, Borthwick, Jackson, McGinn, Cataldi, O'Halloran, Henderson, Afif and Edward. That'll be the team. We'll still be attacking, we'll still be aggressive. We have to play our own game today. And here's Milan's side, 4-2-3-1, same formation as us. They're playing Donnarumma, Conte, Bonucci, Musacchio, Augustinson, Kessie, Kovalenko, Orsolini, Mensah, Piaka and Kalinic. A decent squad. We're underdogs here, that suits us down to the ground. Let's go cause an upset. That's what I'm going to say to the guys. I'm not going to do the press conference. I'm going to tell them though to show some passion in a game here where we are the decided underdogs. Milan are obviously going to try and stroke the ball about and we kind of need to get in their faces a bit. Early possession obviously in Milan's favour. And we're going to go long to Odsonne Edouard. Hopefully he doesn't get bullied by Bonucci, who does win the first header onto Orsolini. Kalinic now. Orsolini pokes it through for Kovalenko, who's beyond the defence. And there's an early warning sign. Sometimes though, if you're going to be successful in Europe, you have to ride your luck sometimes, and we've done so there. Conte to Orsolini now. On that right hand side for Milan. Afif pinches it. Henderson quickly to Odsonne Edouard. Right, I want people racing beyond here. McGinn, you've got to move this quickly, McGinn. You're surrounded. Kessie, thankfully a poor ball. Fernandez looks for Afif. Terrible pass by Fernandez. And this is exactly what we can't do if we want to be successful, is just keep giving the ball away. This is a square ball, isn't it? No, it's a shot. Oof. And Ian Fulton somehow keeps that one out. But Milan are carving through us as Aubameyang gives Dortmund the lead against Madrid. If they win that game, there goes all hope of challenging them for third. Piaka to Bernard now as Milan just look a class above us. Piaka, brilliant by O'Halloran getting back. Here's Byram now, looks for Edouard, but Musacchio almost has it. Edouard given away to Orsolini. Bonucci, and it just seems like we're hurrying our passes now. We're not being crisp and sharp, we're being hurried and rushed. Bernard flicks it to Kovalenko, Kalinic, and they're just stroking it around at will. Fernandez, McGinn, O'Halloran, given away once again to Piaka. Kovalenko, they've got men over, Kalinic in, Bernard and Fulton tips it over, but the opening 10 minutes is all Milan. I'd like to demand more out of them at the minute, but I can't, it won't let me click it. As it is delivered in, Bernard flicks it on, and it is Riccardo Orsolini. It is 1-0 to AC Milan. And that's his first ever Milan goal. Of course it is. And you can't say they don't deserve it. They've been all over us in the early going. Another corner now. Augustinson to deliver again. Another dangerous ball away by Cataldi. Go on, Odsonne. Get that. Odsonne Edouard. What a challenge. Go on, O'Halloran. Run. A quick equaliser might knock the stuffing out of them. O'Halloran. Drive. Moves it to Odsonne Edouard, lovely touch, beating the defenders. But the shot is far too easy for Donnarumma. Who rolls it out to Bonucci. Watch this end up being an AC Milan chance. Conte, Kessie, Orsolini, they're just moving it so effortlessly. Bernard, where's the pressure on him now? Piaka now. O'Halloran tries to track back. It's already gone though to Kalinic. Good save Fulton. And Murray Wallace has to clear up, and every single time it seems that Milan come forward, they're creating chances. Come on, let's try and pinch something. Set play, McGinn puts it in, Bonucci commanding again, and Kovalenko's going to get this, and from our corner it's going to be a Milan chance as well. Orsolini now running down the left. He's not even going to have a challenge, is he? He's just going to keep going. Orsolini moves it quickly. Piaka, not enough pressure on him. Jesus, and he's hit the post. And at this rate, we're going to be whipping boys in this group. As Fulton knocks it long. Edouard isn't even in the mix to challenge. And Fernandez has headed it right to Bernard, who finds Orsolini, and here they come. Forward for Kalinic, good header away by Fernandez, but Orsolini, who's caused all sorts of problems, into Bernard, who has two, beats a man. Ian Fulton again, what a boy. Let's tell him to tighten up a bit. We're getting absolutely carved open. It's whipped in, Bernard's header. Jesus. And it's been a long time since I've watched this just get battered like this. We're absolutely under siege here. How can he throw it that far with somebody pinching it? Orsolini, Borthwick Jackson, go on O'Halloran. We need to try and counter. It's long for Edward, who does well to win the flick on, but it's too easy for Bonucci there, who can just play it to Augustinson, and they start passing through as like they're Barca. Piaka, Bernard, Kalinic, so easy. Shots poor from Kalinic in the end, but it's just wave after wave after wave here from Milan. To the point where you would say Milan will be disappointed at only being 1-up so far. Borthwick Jackson, a thief, but how quickly are we surrounded whenever we get on the ball? Odsonne Edwards, ball hit and hope, Musacchio away. All of our players run straight past the ball and Kessie's taking it the other way for Milan. Bernard now finds Kalinic, moves quickly to get the ball. Orsolini's in acres here. Conte picks her up first. Conte now finding Orsolini. So many men in the box queuing up. Bernard's header clips the top of the bar and goes over, and it just seems weird. Just that final ball for us is just so poor, and Milan don't just defend it, they come right the other way at us, and we're really struggling this first half. Need to change something at half time and hope we can get something. Ronaldo has equalised against Dortmund for what that's worth. We have to tell them we expect to see better because they've been poor. Murray Wallace and Cataldi aren't happy with that team talk, but do you know what? They've been poor. They've not been unlucky, they've not been in the game, they've just been bad. And Jonas and McGinn will now be the centre midfield pairing. Jordan Houston, to celebrate his new contract, comes on for Byram, I suppose, but there's not much we can do. I'm going to try and push them forward because we might as well. There's no point in just accepting a 1-0 loss. Henderson forward, looks for O'Halloran, easily defended though by Augustinson. Right, come on, here we go, a wee throw. Quick early goal in the second half, and you never know. Orsolini, Bonucci, Kovalenko, looks like more of the same though. Bonucci, so easy. Orsolini, Kalinic, we're just all over the shop. Jonas gets it, by luck more than judgment, forward. O'Halloran, right, come on, wee bit of luck might help us out. Edward losing it. Picked up O'Halloran, run, put it in the middle. Right, come on, a thief. A thief! 1-1. And there he is, Akram Afif, 10th goal of the season. That dynamic player that just shows up when you need him. Does nothing all game and then bang. And all of a sudden 1-1 with Borthwick Jackson on the ball. Can we hit them again and turn it around so quickly after half time? Not with a pass like that. Maybe with a pass like that though. McGinn for a thief. Can he find an assist now? A thief. Oh, he loses it to Andrea Conte. That's a great challenge. His ball into Bonucci is also good. We're putting the press on here, but they'll pass their way out of it. Orsolini now. McGinn nicks it from him. Good play. Given away though. Musacchio's header as well. So pinpoint. Bernard ball in behind for Kalinic. So easy beyond the defenders. Thankfully he doesn't have the finish. But we do have to, can we tell them something? No, not yet. I was going to tell them to concentrate there. Don't want them getting carried away just by the fact that we've got it level. And there you go. Once again, Bonucci's headed clearance just goes right where he'd want it. Piaka beats 1 and 2. And then it just goes wide, but... Right, concentrate. There we go. Orsolini on the 9 there. He looks so good. Jonas' corner. Fernandez! Oh! We need some bit of luck like that. Just a corner or something like that to fall the right way. I've got a bit of a plan for the last 15 minutes or so. Liam Henderson's coming off for Zach Rudden. And we are going to play, would you believe, with 2 target men. And we are going to go route 1 right up to the boys. Who knows, maybe one of them can get a flick on for the other. It's just a bit of a punt, to be honest. Houston, Jonas' ball back to Fulton, knocks it long. Odsonne Edward doesn't get close enough to it. Musacchio to Bernard. McGinn now, go on! Rudden, Edward, good ball for Afif. Go on, Afif, run, let's nick this. See if young Rudden can nick this. Afif puts it in. Rudden's there. Square it, son. Squares it. Tap in. McGinn! Assisted by who? I believe that might be young Zach Rudden with the assist there, was it? Let's drop O'Halloran back. Drop Afif back. Let's do everything we can do to just protect our ass here. I don't even know what I'm going to make Zach Rudden there. What is he? Shadow striker-ish, kinda. Defensive. Safe to say. They playing out of defence. Deeper. Waste time. Let's play narrow. Discipline. Stick to your positions. Never mind the overlaps. Houston. Defensive fullback. Thank you. Borthwick Jackson. Defensive fullback. Let's just... Everybody, let's just stay deep. Let's drop McGinn back behind Burjonas. We might invite them on too much by doing this, but you know what? We need to try and protect this lead. Somehow we find our way ahead. Somehow we've just stolen this from them, but we still have, what, 8.5 minutes plus injury time to go. Now, I told them to tighten up, made more changes. Alright, we're now in the 88th minute. Bonaventura coming on for Kessie. We play even safer. We punt the ball into the box. 3 minutes added time. Come on, survive. Just survive. This will make up for the crap against St Johnstone if we can just survive. Come on, 15 seconds. Borthwick Jackson to Murray Wallace. Knocks it back the way. Fernandez lumps it long. That'll do. That'll do me. Right, time ref. Whistle. Come on. It has to be passionate, doesn't it? What a comeback. Superb effort. What a turnaround after half time. So good, man. So good. Look at that. 25 shots to 13. Orsolini, rightfully so, man of the match. Absolutely dominated by Milan there, and we've nicked it. I'm even going to do the press conference. You must be pleased at getting off to a good start with a victory. Passionate. It's always nice to get off to a good start, put points on the board at the earliest opportunity. We've been able to set down a marker and hopefully we can build some momentum from here. John McGinn's dramatic late goal was something to say for how do you rate the moment? That is what football is all about. It was a joy to behold. Sensational turnaround and a fantastic victory. You must be delighted. I'm delighted. We went to the races for a while, but the players showed fantastic spirit to change the course of the match. Odsonne Edward didn't seem to have much luck in front of goal. Why do you think that was? It's touched to calmly and say even the best players have bad days. It's not something I'm going to spend time worrying about. We know managers and chairman don't always get on, but what can you tell us about working relationship between you and Chairman Dave King? I feel we understand each other. Where there are disagreements, we talk about them in a civil manner, despite him being in South Africa and we never see him. So, there you go. 1.33 million for that victory there. And we currently, let's just leave on this snapshot actually. In fact, we'll look at the schedule first and we'll leave on the snapshot I'm thinking about in a moment. The St Johnstone thing, well worth it for beating Milan. Well worth it. So the next episode is going to be Ayr United and then Partick, both at Ibrox. So we're going to have a, I don't want to say an easier episode next time because then we're going to go and get gubbed by Ayr and Partick. But we're going to have an episode next time where maybe we can see some rotational players, particularly in that cup game against Partick. Against Ayr United, we might throw 1 or 2 rotational boys in as well. So that's what it's going to look like next time. But what the snapshot I want to leave you with is this. Stages, group stage, group H. There you go. First place, Rangers. Second place, Real Madrid. Third place, Borussia Dortmund. And fourth place, AC Milan. There you go. We are ahead of Real Madrid. We're ahead of Dortmund. We're ahead of Milan. We're ahead of ourselves, I think, as well. But I don't care. At the end of this episode, I am going to savour this moment. The first group stage Champions League game for Rangers in... What, is that over a decade? 2020? I can't remember exactly the last time they played a group stage game, but it has been a long ass time. And you know what? I'm going to savour the victory there. We did not deserve to win it. We did not look like we belonged on the same pitch. But that's what Rangers and Celtic have to do in Europe if they're going to get results. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. How could you know? I'm saying it right now. It's our greatest ever victory of the series, of the Let's Play so far. Done so well to beat Milan there. And hopefully we can keep the momentum going. Although we're away in Madrid next game, so I suspect we're probably going to be 1-0-1 after that one. But nonetheless, we'll savour this while we have it at the moment. 2-1 goals. By the way, who scored the goals? It was Afif, wasn't it? And McGinn. Zach Rudden, of course, with the assist. So good moment for the boy. As I say, hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have done, please drop down below and leave a like. I think if any video deserves it during the series, it's definitely this one. Beating Milan after coming back from 1-0 down, getting absolutely pummeled in the first half as well. Could have been about 6-0 down at half time, and we've turned that around for the win. If you want to follow the series, see how we get on in the Champions League, then of course you can subscribe to the channel, which I'd be very grateful for. But mostly I just want to thank you for watching today, and I'll see you next time for Aaron Partick.